Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight was for most of the day. What a beautiful day. And it was so beautiful, the temperature, and great seeing people out with their families or by themselves with their pets. So I've seen a lot of people this morning throughout the afternoon. So anyway, really, Starlight's here to encourage you to, come on out, come out of your house, come on. You could put the remote control down. I know, I don't even know. Do people even watch flat screen TVs anymore? I don't know. I don't have mine anymore. But, let go of the computer. You can have your phone with you, but come on outside in nature. Bring your families, your dog, or your husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or whoever, and get out in nature somewhere. Go take a hike. And, Starlight's favorite places is where there's water. Starlight loves going where the water is. That's like a gold mine for Starlight. If there's water, I'm like, yes. So anyway, besides that is if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And you could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. You could give my videos a thumbs up. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave me a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Swing by and say hi to Starlight. And thank you, because I do have some new subscribers out there. And thank you for those of you that have been leaving Starlight a comment or giving me a thumbs up or even sharing my videos. So I really appreciate all you, even the ones that have been there from the very beginning. I can't leave you out, no. So thank you. We are all family here on this YouTube channel. Is like the extended family. You have your family, your mom, dad, sister, your brother, that kind of family, your daughter, your son. I can't leave my daughter or son out. Is this is your extended family. Like, we're all God's children anyway here. So anyway, besides that is don't forget you can check out my playlist, and you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. And don't forget, like Starlight almost did, the notification bell. That way you don't miss any videos. Plus, you could share my videos with your family, your friends. A hummingbird and a butterfly. Ooh, Starlight's. I don't have my butterfly clothes, but yeah, you could share my videos with a butterfly. Plus, yeah, that's it. So anyway, I did everything mixed up today, and that is okay. Is today, because I watched a really powerful message today, about what's going on around the world right now as far as what does this world, future looks like. And, so you want to always have love guide you, not fear. That's number one. So, even though there's stuff going on in the news, is to let love guide you, not fear. Don't be afraid, but be, make sure you're preparing yourself for anything to come. It's good to be a step ahead instead of 10. That's the whole thing in this world. And that's a part of what I want to talk about is so many people are distracted. They're distracted. They're distracted by what? All kinds of stuff out there, So, and that is part of this whole trick with the Matrix, is to keep you distracted so you don't find out what's really going on in the world. And on top of that, you won't have any time to find out who you are. How can you find out who you are if you're distracted on looking at what are you doing? What's distracting you? Where's your time going? Is it something that help you to become your greatest version, or help you to be the change that you want to see in the world? No. Yeah. So yeah, you got to really think. And because of what is going on outside there, out in the world, is it the end of the world or what? So, and this is really, there's a lot in the Bible and Revelations. Starlight read Revelations over and over again, and there's so much in the Bible about what to expect, at the end times, and that's where we're at. So those things are in there, and that's why you got to really be cautious of what is going on in the world. And Starlight, Universe of God sent me all around from New York, Albany, New York, all the way to Miami, Florida, all the way to Colorado, to actually to Kansas, to Colorado, and here in California. And so I am like a people watcher. I've been like this my whole life, like studying people, trying to understand why do people do what they do, why do they act and respond the way they do, and even looking at my own life, and wondering why did I do that, why do I do this, why do I, all this stuff. So I know a lot of you do the same thing, is wondering why did I behave that way, trying to understand your emotions and the way we respond to different things in our life here. So because of this beautiful video that I watched today, it really inspired me to make this video. And there's a song, but I like the title, but I had to listen to that song today because but this is not the words to that song is not why I want to use what they said in that song. Is you got to keep them separated, and that's not the name of the song, but that's part of the words. And I looked it up earlier today to just hear those words, and that was the plan from the very beginning in time, is to keep us, you and me, separated, And I've witnessed this my whole life not understanding why do we behave the way we behave towards each other. Not Starlight, really. I am really good at paying attention to anyone. Now, if I'm in a rush, that's a different story. If I got hey, I gotta be somewhere in a rush, then I am like, boom. I am like, I try not to be rude to people. And, but there's times that I gotta get somewhere, and I am like it is funny. People are drawn to Starlight a lot. And I had to do this today, is I had to get all my stuff done and, get my dishes clean and put my stuff away, get everything ready for the library. And I knew if I said hello to somebody that was near my car, bam, that would have been my distraction. So I'm like, because I waved to that person before, and, it was like I could feel it, before I got there. And I'm like, ooh, I just got to focus on doing what I'm doing. I right now I can't get distracted. I got to keep on going. But most of the time, Starlight's always like eye contact. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what language you speak, and but in the beginning of time, that's what they've done, is to keep us separated. And I've witnessed this my whole life, and it's really sad. And God has brought me where I came from, and race is all an illusion, but I have to bring this up because you're not going to understand anything I'm talking about if I don't bring this up. This is the best way I know how to do this, but, you've seen it everywhere you go, different, beautiful people. We are all multi-dimensional spirit beings having a human experience. So it's all an illusion of, this is, race is an illusion. So, and this is what they've done from the very beginning. And this has caused a huge problem in society today because of what they've done. And, no matter what kind of family you came from, no matter what country you came from, throughout history, people have suffered, in the past, different types of people have suffered and their families been attacked, and we have different stories in the history books of different things that happened to different beautiful people, so, and today, people have a hard time with eye contact, and I mentioned this several times in my videos about why can't you give eye contact to people when you're out in public. Now, there are people out in public that will give me eye contact. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm a white female, you know, because I really don't know. I can't say. But Starlight doesn't care about the color. And, you know, like I've talked to people and they do let me know that they don't speak English. You know, I've tried to say something sweet to somebody and they didn't understand. So Starlight's trying to do hand language. So Starlight has worked with disabled people before. So Starlight's really good at really um, interacting with anyone, you know, so it doesn't matter who you are, even if you got disabilities or, you know, special needs or any of that, or even if you're, you know, like younger, you know, than Starlight, you know, or, you know, I don't know. I don't want to say older, you know, but when you're more mature, I can't even say that either because there's some people that might be up in age that still didn't mature. So anyway, this video is that we really, I just had the 11:11. That's my second time today. So because what's going on in the news right now is we really, and this is why I wore this shirt, and I'm hiding my beautiful piece. A beautiful lady didn't even know who Starlight was, but gave me these beautiful earrings of peace signs, and I'm like, you know, she it's amazing. I think she had a pair on or something, and I said, "Ooh, I love your earrings," and then before I know it, there I had, I have them. So this is what it's about: is that we need to send love and peace out in the world, but there's a big, huge problem with people here, and like the video I seen from my mentor, Infinite Waters Ralph Smart. You could check that out if you want. What he put out today with Trump and about probably the end of the world, and I don't want to scare you on that. No, so you might want to check that video out. Is we really need to put our differences aside and how we think about each other as far as what country came from. They divided all of us. Hang on, Starlight. Ooh, Starlight needs a drink. So that is what they did. They have divided us. Where there's people that are from other countries that speak different languages, different colors skin, no matter what kind of race that they are, is there's even a problem of who can date who. There's family members that, they might want to date somebody, but they're afraid of what their family would say or what their, like with me, with Starlight, if I went with another person, of another color or another country that spoke another language, does it matter what I decide to do? Do I have to answer to any other person who I should go out with, or can I go out with this person or whoever I want to go out with? And that's a huge problem in the world now. It's you see more people coming together now than long time ago, but there's so many people that would love to go with another person out there, not their same skin color or family background or whatever, but society and their families, or even the country that they came from. We have all been programmed to believe and think a certain way, and we got to let go of all that. It's not up to anybody from any country, because I see different things going on, and this is where, God has moved me all around. And so in this area, I do see different things, and I'm not quite sure why I see what I see. As far as what I'm witnessing is like Starlight loves doing all kinds of exercises. I was out here with the beautiful people out here in the morning time Um, I never can tell what, and I'm not here to judge anybody, but I think Chinese people, or people might say Asian, and I was out here exercising. I will do any kind of exercise. I am like, I have a free will to decide on what I want to do. And sometimes I think different cultures out there, want you to stay to what they do and not to try anything else. So we really can't have anybody to tell us what to do. Here I'm just a teacher guiding you and helping you, but it's up to us. This has been a big huge problem in this world, as far as like how people might look at you, like because of your skin color. It happens to all of us. And that is something we need to let go of in this society, is to let go of those things. This is what's causing a big huge problem outside of us, is because people are having a problem with looking at another person because they have a different skin color than you. And Starlight loves everyone, but as a female I do have to be careful out in society, and I am very friendly to a lot of people, and it does bring a lot of attention to me, and that's why I'm saying I have to be careful being a female. So, but when I'm out in public at a park, and there's other people around, we need to be friendly to people and give them eye contact and smile. Is that people need this. I get people, from different races, and they get shocked because I give them eye contact. Not only that I give them eye contact, I will open up a door for them. I will say something beautiful or sweet to them, or say, hey, isn't it a beautiful day? And there's people that are not used to people like Starlight coming up to them and being kind and friendly, and so this really, people need this. You want peace in the world? Well, prove it. Prove that you want peace. Instead of looking the other way when you see somebody coming because of their skin color, or what country or what language they speak, is, what, this is what we gotta change this in the world. This is a big huge problem. I've had people, because of what they've been programmed and lied to and conditioned, that they need healing. They need healing from this stuff. Some people might think, oh, they don't need it, and that, this is why things happen in the world the way it is, because the war is not out there, it's inside of us. How, like, how are you treating yourself? How are you treating other people out in the world? We need to send more love out in the world, and not to, it's none of my business who's going out with who. As long as they're not being abused and they're happy, I'm happy for them. Like any of my family members, I might not like who you're dating. It's none of my business. But if you're happy with that person, that's it. But now if somebody was with somebody that they're being abused, and it doesn't matter, what color they are, or the same color, or if they're two different races, if they're going through abuse and they're not happy and they need help, then they got to work that out, and they got to find somebody else, or first work on themselves before they go and search for somebody else. But we really do. We need to love other people, all of us. There's beautiful people all around the world if you would just look. There's a lot of people that have helped me out on this journey. All different, I've had all kinds of different race that has helped Starlight out. It hasn't been just, white people came up to help Starlight. No, I've had all kinds of people helping me out, and I am so grateful. And then I needed to see this stuff. God put me through all this stuff to witness this stuff. I've had Indians help me out. I've had women of color, men of color, I had all kinds of people helping me out. So it's not about the outward appearance on people, not at all. There could be beautiful people that won't give and help out. There could be people that are anybody. It doesn't even matter. I've learned on this journey, it doesn't matter what anybody looks like. It doesn't matter what kind of car a person is driving. I've had people that had cars that looked like they were going to fall apart, and they helped start. Like, I'm like, oh, wow, you know, they heard what I was doing and what I'm doing out here, and they helped me out, and I am so grateful. And I've had some people that had expensive cars, they wouldn't help me out. So it's all kinds of different things I've gone through on this journey as far as how people are on different races, and if you want to say race, and race is an illusion. We're all the same. We all bleed red. Is we got to get past that. We need to act like the way little kids act, or the way animals act. Animals love us unconditionally. They don't like, hey, let me see what color, what country did you come from, because like I said in the beginning, they want to keep us separated, and that has been the plan from the beginning, is to complicate everything so they don't want us to come together. We need to be wise and see that that's all this has been. So there's a lot of hurting people out there that don't feel loved, and they need to get healed. And it's hard to say what their family members, their mom and dad or grandpa and grandma, their ancestors and all that, what has been passed through their family line, and what lies have they been told, because they were lied to and they were deceived. You got to understand, all this didn't just happen, all just happened. It's from the history all the way through, and it's caused a big huge problem. And we gotta love each other, no matter like what we look like on the outside. I've met a lot of beautiful people on this journey, and like I said, I've had all kinds of people help me out, and it is beautiful. I've had people that were struggling, and they gave me $1. That dollar meant everything. They didn't have to do that. The ones that are going to help out want to help out. The people that don't, there's different, we might bleed all the same, but there's people that are living for God, that are out here trying to help people and inspire people. There's givers out there, people that want to give and receive. Then there's people out there that just want to take. They don't want to give out. But they, what? Even though there's those people out there that you could spot out there that, that like a dark energy, or they need love, so they need love. You don't know where they came from. You don't know what their background came from, and I have to say, like, even like families that bring up kids, like there's black sheeps in every family, it's, I was a black sheep in my family, actually in my family, because I had three, I had a mother, a stepmother, I had stepbrothers, and a half brothers. So I had the whole package deal. So because I had different kind of brothers, there was 2 black sheep in our family, but the one, there was reasons why he was a black sheep, because he was always getting in trouble, so that was a little difference in Starlight. But is that when families have like a child that's even misbehaving a lot more than the other kids, is parents sometimes they focus more on when they're doing something wrong, and they never actually give them credit when they're doing right. So it's natural for a child to just keep on behaving bad, because that's the only time they really get any attention. It's like, oh, that's the only time I get attention, when I'm doing something good. Or, the parents don't seem to ever have anything good to say about that child. So that is why, things like that need to get changed inside of families, is that don't focus on all the bad. Look at what the person is doing good. When they're doing something good, focus more on that. You can turn that all around. But if you're just focused on all the negative stuff with that person, yeah, they're gonna get confused. That's the only way I get attention. So we really do. We need to love ourselves first, because if you don't know how to love yourself, how are you gonna send love out in the world? Is that you need to really go within inside of yourself, because the world needs this. You want peace, we could change this around with all of us coming together, and put our differences aside. And don't be fooled by the government and what they've done through history to try to tear us apart. Even when I went to church, I asked my pastor that passed away already, is the man that led me to God when I was younger. It's saying, I love the guy, even though he passed away, but I did get deceived thinking that there was a hell that didn't exist. But, I asked that same pastor, I said, once upon a time, long time ago, Starlight didn't know. And I asked, I mean, like, hey, is it all right if I, because we had all different kind of families that came into the church, and I said, hey, could I date a Chinese man? And so I don't agree with what he said at that point, so we do have to be careful of what we decide to do. And, what he said is that I could date him, but as long as we didn't have any babies, because then that would be, but, it's God. God put us all here, but there are certain peoples that are not supposed to get together, because if they did have a baby, for some reason, the mother would have a miscarriage. So certain blood types, so if you want babies, you might want to find that out ahead of time. Hey, can we actually have a baby together? Because so I do know that. So, but yeah, is that people, don't listen to other people. If you want to date somebody outside of your own race, that's your free will, that you can do that. Don't let your parents or other people or even your own, because this goes on. People like, oh, what are you going out with her? Or what are you going out with him for? It's not about the outwardness. It's about what's going on with the person. It's almost saying that only one race is, doing, they're the ones that are got it all together. And we all know that's a lie. There's all kinds of people that go to jail and get in trouble. There's all kinds of people that the police department knows this stuff. They get calls all the time. It's not only one race. So, they say good and bad and everything, So, and I don't want to say good and bad and everything, because there's really no such thing as that. But I'm just saying this is what some people can relate to more. Is, there's people that are in a different level here as far as this, coming here to planet Earth and where they came from. It has a lot to do with their past life of who they are and all that stuff. So we need to set our differences aside in this world and really treat, your people out here. Like I said the other day, this is family here. Anybody is welcome to come here. If you want to join Starlight's YouTube channel, you can come. I don't, if you got an education problem, I don't care if you got it. If you're rich, yeah, you can come. If you're poor, you can come. If you're homeless, you can come. If you're black, you can come. If you're white, Chinese, Puerto Rican, Mexican, I don't care. Anybody can come and join my YouTube channel. So this is family here, and this is what, we really need in the world, and there's other things I wanted to talk about, but because of time, I'm not going to bring that up right now. That will be another topic. But really, we need to send love out in the world. We can make that difference out in the world. We can be that change out in the world. And it's all about becoming your greatest version and working on yourself and taking things serious, and saying, we could put love out in the world and make a whole new thing going on out in the world, is putting peace and love out in the world. And like I have this shirt, is hate less, love more. And I had a beautiful man of color. I was trying to help him out at a gas station because he was new in the store, and I really didn't know too much in that store either. But I seen that he needed help. I started acted like one of the workers in there, trying to help him out when I was microwaving my food. And he was sweet, and he saw my shirt. He's like, "Wow, I love your shirt." People need this. I get people left and right out in society that, it actually happened in this room here one day. A man of color walked by the window, and I just gave him a nice friendly smile. When I got done with my video, he actually came and knocked on the door really quick and just said, hey, you know what? That smile meant everything to me. Just a simple smile. They need love just like anybody else does. So, please send love out in the world and peace out in the world. And you can do that also. I have a new subscriber out here. She does meditations. I'm going to check out more on her other meditations because we need to, I did a sending love and peace out in the world guided meditation today. So any of you that know how to meditate, really we need to send love out in the world. The world needs more love you know, even no matter who they are. When's the last time that you said hello to a homeless person? Hmm? Or do you avoid them at all costs? Oh, here comes a homeless person. What do they want? I'm gonna go and avoid that person. Well, you know what? You have no clue that God could use that homeless person to change your whole way of looking at things in the world. You have no clue what that person went through. And just because a person is homeless, living on the street, it doesn't mean anything. That is something, God has put them there for all different kinds of reasons. They're out there, all of these people out there. Nothing happens by accident. A lot of us are learning lessons, and so really be mindful of how you treat people, no matter, how much money you think they have, so, really work on this is to, next time you're out in public, think of me, think of Starlight and say, yeah, I'm just going to be brave and I'm going to just say hello. Even if you got to work on, telling somebody, hey, I love your shirt. That's a good way of starting. Hey, beautiful dog. But whatever you do, make sure you're being real about it. I don't want you to go out and just, like find a person that, you don't like their shirt and you say, hey, I love your shirt. And, it's got to be real. I do this all the time with people. I made this lady feel good because her dog was so beautiful. And I thought it was a girl and it was a boy. But either way, it just, I had a connection with that person. If you're lonely, this is a way, but you do have to protect yourself, but still, say hello to people. Say hello, what a beautiful day. Helps, yeah, Starlight helps people out so much. I'm going to tell you this really quick. I was at a park last night. There was absolutely no toilet paper in the bathroom because they didn't do their job, that day. Because of the weekend, they didn't put no toilet paper in the morning because I was there. I knew what was there when I started, So, at the end of the day, women are going in there. I had some toilet paper with me, 3 women, separately. Well, 2 of them were together and the other one was by herself. And I was in there cleaning my dishes. I didn't want to see them use the bathroom without toilet paper. So Starlight's like, hey, there's no toilet paper. But you know what? I will share my toilet paper with you, and they go, wow, you are so sweet. That made their night, because Starlight is going to be real with it all. Like I told him, I said, it's no fun to drip dry, and which woman, which girl out there wants to do that? So it takes really simple little things, and we all laughed. We thought it was funny, but you know what? I made their day over, sharing some toilet paper with them. It doesn't take much to really put a smile on somebody's face. Did Starlight really? Yeah, Starlight really did that. So I wanted to share that. So, get out of yourself. Take the mask off. A lot of you don't think you're not wearing a mask. You're wearing a mask. You're like, I'm not wearing a mask. I know you're not wearing a physical mask, but you're afraid. You're afraid to say hi to somebody. You're afraid to say hello. You're afraid to say, hey, what a beautiful day. You can make a friend by just being friendly. How do you think that happens? Well, you go around and having your nose stuck up in the air and walking around like your shit don't stink. There's enough people walking around like that. And I've seen that in every race, every single. So, all of the ones are guilty at sticking their nose up in the air and not giving eye contact. That needs to change. You want peace in the world? That's a great start. That's a great place to start in the world is by giving eye contact. Saying, hey, I love your shirt. It's amazing. I see so many beautiful people out in the world and I make them feel good. They feel good because somebody said something. I surprise people all the time because I'm a white chick and I'm saying hi to the Mexican couple. I said hi to the Chinese couple. I don't care what color skin or what language you speak. Sometimes I talk to people, they have no clue to what I'm saying, so I have to do hand language. I'm like, oh, a guy was wearing a beautiful, it was a Chinese or Asian man. He was wearing a beautiful, like, it's those, they have these light green stones. I used to have something like that when I lived in my apartment, and some of them are about abundance. But I seen his necklace, and I'm like, oh, I love your necklace. And he didn't know what I was saying, but I'm like, oh, like, yeah. So he understood. So that's okay. So get out of yourself, get out of your comfort zone, and really send peace out in the world. The people really need this, especially now. You want a change for your children and your children's children and your children's children's children. What a perfect way. Don't judge each other, about who's going with who. It doesn't matter who's going with who. If they're happy, let them be. So anyway, I love you so much. This is Starlight. You could give this video a thumbs up. You could subscribe to this YouTube channel. Plus, you can ring the notification bell and leave a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. Plus, you can check out my playlist and follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that's Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. I love you all, and you are a part of my family. I have a tribe family here, so you gotta get, find out, who your tribe family is. But you gotta love yourself, and when you find out how to really truly love yourself, do some kind thing out in the world. If you're standing in a line and you see somebody of a different color and they're buying coffee, you could say, I'll buy that gentleman's coffee today. That's all you got to say. How much? $2, $3 for his cup of coffee? It would make his day or her day. It doesn't take much. So anyway, I love you so much. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight, love, light, and peace.